Donovan.
We're going to be discussing projects in Fermi Lab's future, and we believe that Fermi Lab has many projects in its future that keep the facility running.
Yeah. One of these projects would be the ILC, and it would be the International Linear Collider, and it would be the world's most powerful collider, and it would provide 2 megawatts of beam power with energy of 60 to 120 giga electron volts, and it would collide electron to positrons.
And this is different than the LHC at CERN, because the LHC collides protons and protons, and it's a circular collider instead of a linear collider.
And yeah, it would cost roughly about $7.8 billion to make. And in 2007, Fermi Lab pushed, and the International Committee pushed for the ILC, but they realized that they didn't have enough planning to really decide where this ILC would go. And so in 2012 will be the official date when they will decide where the ILC will go.
And in 2015, they plan to start construction of the ILC. And if they make this ILC in Batavia, it would collaborate with CERN and help discover new things.
Yeah, and instead of Fermi Lab being more of an insurance policy, it would be more of the forefront again in accelerators and collisions.
And some benefits of the ILC is that it could be used as a medical diagnostics tool, and it would help produce new electron microscopes. Plus, it could also help decrease the size of PCs using electron beam lithography.
And it would also decrease equipment size for cancer treatment, and it would prevent healthy tissue damage that radiation treatment does, and it would also eliminate nuclear waste by using gamma rays, and of course it'll help unlock the secrets of the universe.
And another project that Fermi Lab was looking into is the muon collider. And the muon collider would do lepton-lepton collisions, and these would be powered by radio frequency cavities.
And yeah, once again, if Fermi Lab got the muon collider, they would be able to collaborate with CERN and not be so much as an insurance policy. And to get either one of these projects, they would have to, well, there's a project called Project X that would make or provide injectors that will be able to house the ILC and muon collider. And yeah, the impact on the community would be there'd be a lot more jobs with one of these 2 accelerators here.
Yes, and Fermi Lab would get a lot more, it would be known as because the ILC would be more powerful than the LHC, so more scientists could come to Fermi Lab than before.
And yeah, I'm a guy that likes to be number 1. So yeah, if Batavia got one of these 2 colliders, they would be number 1 again, and instead of just being number 2.
And this could affect me, is that if they decide to build one of these projects in Batavia, it could be lots of construction, and if I continue to live here, it could affect my daily routine. Or that's just a short-term effect, but the long-term effect is much better because of its impact in the science community.
Okay, and next up is Lily and Charlotte on the medical benefits.
I'm Charlotte. I'm Lily. And for the past couple weeks, we've been looking into neutron therapy and how Fermi Lab uses it. And we found that Fermi Lab is currently one of the leading independent neutron therapy centers in the U.S.
Neutron therapy treats cancers that other treatments can't, or it's less effective because it treats radio-resistant and inoperable tumors.
Actually, over 3,500 people have been treated using neutron therapy at Fermi Lab alone. But Fermi Lab can also be tied to other types of therapy that use subatomic particles to treat. Like at Loma Linda, they built the proton accelerator so that Loma Linda University can use protons to treat people, which it has treated over 7,000 people using that. Some of the benefits of neutron therapy would be that it takes about 1/3 of the amount of doses as other types of subatomic treatments. It takes only 10 to 12 treatments instead of 30 to 40. And it gives bad cells, the cancer cells and tumor cells, a lot less chance to reproduce because it can get directly at the DNA strands and destroy them. Proton therapy is also really good at getting right at the DNA, but neutrons, when they've finished destroying the DNA pass through the cell and exit, so there are less long-term effects and protons tend to stay in the cells. So it works a lot better and it's actually pain-free, and so it's just a more helpful way of getting it done sooner.
Fermilab is one in only 2 or 3 sites in the United States. So if Fermilab shuts down, or it shuts down the Neutron Therapy Center, then it would decrease the capacity of patients that they can help in the United States, because there'll be one less center open. And all the other sites are in hospitals. So if it's at Fermilab, then it's more exciting for the patient because they get to see the buffalo or bison and all the other stuff. Because hospitals are kind of boring, not fun.
So how this relates to us is, actually while studying this, my grandpa's cancer came back, and he has bladder cancer, which is one of the types that is treated by neutron therapy. So I was talking to my grandparents, and I'm trying to get them to look into neutron therapy and getting him treated that way.
And both of my parents work here, so if Fermilab shuts down, then I have to move.